Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Today, I want to share with you something so powerful, so life-changing, and yet so misunderstood that I have come to call it the strangest secret. And I say strange not because it is hidden or mystical or complicated, but because it is so simple, so available to every man and woman, and yet so rarely applied. Now listen closely, for this secret has been the foundation of every great achievement, every enduring success, and every fulfilled life since the beginning of time. It is not a theory, not wishful thinking. It is a principle, a law as certain and exact as the law of gravity. And here it is. We become what we think about. That, my friends, is the secret. You become what you think about. Consider those words carefully. Everything you are right now, everything you will ever become, is shaped and molded by the thoughts you permit to dominate your mind. Not the fleeting thoughts that drift in and out, but the consistent ones, the thoughts you nurture, the ones you hold day after day, like a blueprint of who you believe yourself to be. If you think in terms of success, you will attract success. If you think in terms of failure, worry, doubt, or mediocrity, those too will become your reality. The mind is a fertile field, and whether you plant corn or poison, it will grow whatever you sow. You see, most people don't believe that their thoughts have power. They believe circumstances are responsible for their future, or that luck, fate, or other people determine their success. And that, my friends, is the great illusion. Because the truth is this: your outer world is nothing more than a mirror of your inner world. Change your thoughts, and you change your life. Now, I know this may sound simple, perhaps too simple. But let me ask you, if the secret to success is this straightforward, why do so few people achieve it? Why do 95 out of every 100 people end up struggling through life, never realizing a fraction of their potential? The answer is sobering. Most people never take the time to think, to truly think, about what they want, where they're going, or who they wish to become. They drift, they react, they follow the crowd, and because they think little of themselves, the results they experience are just as small. But you are not most people. The very fact that you're here, listening to these words, tells me you're ready to take control of your life. You're ready to stop living by default and start living by design. And the first step is to understand this truth at the deepest level. You are always becoming what you habitually think about. In the next few moments, we're going to explore this principle in depth, not just as an idea, but as a living, breathing path to transformation. We'll look at how your mindset shapes your destiny, how goal setting gives your thoughts direction, and how personal responsibility puts the steering wheel of your life firmly in your hands. This is not about motivation for the moment. It is about planting a seed that, if nourished, will grow into a lifetime of purpose, achievement, and peace of mind. So I ask you now, not to just listen, but to absorb, reflect, and above all, believe. Because once you truly grasp that you become what you think about, you will never again be the same. You're about to take the first step toward a life of deliberate, purposeful, and joyful creation. Let us begin. Number 1, Mindset Mastery, the architect of your life. Let us begin with the foundation of all achievement, the mindset. Your mindset is not a fleeting mood or a passing attitude. It is the silent lens through which you interpret every circumstance, every decision, every possibility. More than that, it is the root source of every outcome you experience. The quality of your thoughts, held consistently over time, becomes the quality of your life. A simple yet staggering truth stands at the center of personal transformation. We become what we think about. Thoughts do not remain thoughts. They harden into beliefs. Beliefs guide actions, and actions carve the path you walk every single day. Master the origin, and you master the entire chain. Now here's the liberating reality. You were not born with a fixed mindset. You are not shackled to your upbringing, your past mistakes, or the limitations others have tried to brand upon you. Mindset is not fate, it is a habit, it is a discipline. Above all, it is a choice you renew with every sunrise. Picture your mind as a vast garden. If you neglect to plant flowers intentionally, weeds will claim the soil by default. Those weeds are fear, doubt, procrastination, envy, worry. They require no invitation. They thrive on your indifference. The flowers, on the other hand, confidence, gratitude, courage, perseverance, must be planted on purpose, watered daily, and guarded with vigilance. This is the daily work of mindset mastery. It is the silent labor behind every visible triumph you will ever witness. Pause for a moment and ask yourself, what dominates my mind each day? Are your recurring thoughts allied with your goals or married to your fears? Are you rehearsing the future you desire or the problems you dread? Remember, you are always thinking. The only question is, what are you thinking about? Champions train their minds with the same dedication athletes train their bodies. They monitor their inner dialogue. They challenge thoughts that belittle their potential. They refuse to allow unexamined negativity to camp in their consciousness. They understand that a single constructive idea, nurtured and acted upon, can uproot years of limiting beliefs. That is the extraordinary leverage waiting beneath deliberate thought. Mindset mastery begins with mental clarity and discipline. Success is not built on luck or talent alone. Those are accelerators, not engines. The true engine is the unwavering conviction that your thoughts are tools, weapons, and seeds all at once. Tools to craft your reality, weapons to defend your vision, seeds to grow a harvest of greatness or a crop of defeat. The choice is yours, and it is made in every moment you allow a thought to linger or command it to leave. To transform your life, resist the temptation to chase external results first. Go inward, stand guard at the gate of your mind, and decide deliberately what may enter. Begin each morning with a ritual of intentional thinking. What am I choosing to dwell on today? End each evening with a brief audit. Did my thoughts serve the person I am becoming? Over time, this ritual becomes muscle memory, and muscle memory becomes momentum. As you practice, you will notice subtle yet profound shifts. Conversations take on new possibilities, obstacles shrink in the light of a disciplined mind, and opportunities appear where none seem to exist. You have not changed the world. You have changed the filter through which you see the world, and thus the world changes in response. And remember, mastery does not mean perfection. A master carpenter still sands the wood. A master musician still tunes the instrument. Likewise, a master of mindset still encounters doubt, fear, and uncertainty. The difference is speed. The disciplined mind recognizes weeds the moment they sprout and removes them before they take root. So, if you truly wish to reshape your destiny, begin here. Become the architect of your inner world. Design your thoughts with intention. Plant your flowers with care. Water them with repetition, reflection, and focused attention. Then watch as your outer world rearranges itself to match the new blueprint you have conceived. Start each morning by declaring, "Today I direct my thoughts." End each night by affirming, "My thoughts today built the future I desire." When you become master of your mind, you become master of your fate. Number 2, goal setting and definite purpose, turning thought into target. Now that you have seized the helm of your thoughts, it is time to plot a course. A ship with polished sails and a strong captain still drifts aimlessly if no destination is fixed on the chart. Mindset is power, but goals give that power direction. Without a definite purpose, your mind, however disciplined, becomes a finely tuned engine humming in neutral, brilliantly alive, yet going nowhere. A person with a strong enough why can bear almost any how. Your why is your definite purpose. It is the blazing star by which you navigate dark seas. It must be vivid enough to ignite your imagination, specific enough to be measured, and personal enough to stir your spirit when fatigue whispers, "Quit." Define the destination clearly. Imagine standing at a rail station announcing, "I'd like a ticket, please." The clerk's first response will be, "To where?" Life responds the same way. Vague wishes, more money, better health, greater happiness, evaporate in the heat of competing demands. Clarity is your ticket. Write your goal in present tense, affirmative language. I earn $10,000 a month doing work I love by June 30th, 2026. The mind embraces specificity. It dismisses fog. Engage all your senses. A definite purpose must be felt, not merely stated. Close your eyes and picture the scene. Where are you standing? What do you hear? How does success taste? The brain cannot distinguish vividly imagined experiences from real ones. It wires itself to bridge the gap. Visualization is not daydreaming. It is mental rehearsal for reality. Write it down and carry it. Nightingale advised writing your chief aim on a card and reading it morning and night. Why? Repetition is the mother of belief. Each reading imprints the goal deeper into the subconscious, recruiting creativity, intuition, and resilience to its service. Carry your card the way a master builder carries blueprints. Consult it often, adjust as needed, but never build without it. Break it into tactical milestones. A massive objective without milestones incites overwhelm. Divide the mountain into base camps, 30-day, weekly, even daily targets. Every milestone achieved releases a burst of dopamine, the brain's chemical of motivation, reinforcing the journey. In this way, momentum, not willpower, pulls you forward. Act, however imperfectly. Goals are magnets only when paired with action. Remember, an arrow drawn but never loosed will rust in the bow. Act today, even if the step is small. The first phone call, the first paragraph, the first workout signals to the universe and to your own psyche that you are serious. Action clarifies, educates, and course corrects faster than endless planning ever could. Review, refine, and recommit. Pilot and plane are blown off course dozens of times between takeoff and landing, yet they still arrive precisely on schedule. How? Constant feedback. Set a weekly appointment with yourself to measure progress. Celebrate wins, diagnose misses, refine methods, and recommit to the target. Persistence fused with feedback is invincible. Align with service. Embed that principle inside every goal. Ask, whom will this benefit beyond me? A purpose tied to contribution summons deeper reservoirs of energy than selfish ambition alone can reach. When your success uplifts others, the universe becomes a willing accomplice. A goal is not a wish. It is a written, vivid, time-bound promise you make to yourself and the world. It converts intangible thought into a tangible target and commands every faculty, conscious and subconscious, to find the path. With mindset mastery steering the vessel and definite purpose charting the way, you transform from a passenger of circumstance into the architect of destiny. Hold this truth close. People do not wander to the summit of Everest, and dreams do not materialize by accident. They are reached step by deliberate step by men and women who decide, then advance, then adjust, but never retreat. Tonight, write your purpose, see it, feel it, carry it, act on it, review it, serve through it, and watch as doors you never saw before begin to swing open at your approach. Number 3, personal responsibility and the power of choice. Let me now share with you one of the most liberating and often uncomfortable truths in the human experience. You are 100% responsible for your life. Not partially, not when it's convenient, but fully, always. This idea may shake you at first. It means there are no more excuses, no more blame. It means the weather, your boss, the economy, your upbringing, even your past. None of it holds the power to determine your future unless you give them that power. But on the other side of that discomfort comes something incredible: total freedom. Responsibility is not a burden. It is your superpower. You see, most people live their lives reacting, not choosing. They let the outside world dictate their inner state. If traffic is bad, they're angry. If the market is down, they're hopeless. If someone criticizes them, their whole day is ruined. They are like leaves tossed in the wind, subject to forces they believe they cannot control. But here's what the successful, the fulfilled, the truly powerful understand. The only thing you ever truly control is you. Your thoughts, your actions, your attitude. These are your tools. This is your leverage. When you take full ownership of them, everything changes. It starts with a simple decision. No more waiting. No more waiting for the perfect timing, the right mood, or someone else's permission. Waiting is a form of surrender. And the truth is, nobody is coming to rescue you, because you don't need to be rescued. You need only to choose. Choose responsibility over blame. Choose action over anxiety. Choose growth over comfort. Your results in life will always be in direct proportion to the responsibility you're willing to accept. If you own your circumstances, you gain the power to change them. If you blame, you hand over your power to someone else. Even when something isn't your fault, it can still be your responsibility. That's what leaders do. That's what winners do. They say, "This happened. I didn't ask for it. I didn't expect it. But now it's mine to deal with, and I will rise to meet it." Because here's the truth. Every time you make a choice, you are shaping your character. Every decision, no matter how small, is a vote for the person you are becoming. When you choose to read instead of scroll, when you choose to speak the truth instead of stay silent, when you choose to keep a promise, even when it's hard, you are casting votes for the highest version of yourself. And over time, those votes compound into confidence, into credibility, into unstoppable momentum. Don't let the word responsibility scare you. It is your ticket to freedom. Why? Because when you know that your life is the product of your own thinking, actions, and decisions, then nothing can truly hold you back. Not permanently. Not unless you let it. You become unshakable. You'll face obstacles, yes, but you'll face them knowing this. I am not a victim. I am a creator. You'll feel fear, yes, but you'll move forward anyway, because courage is not the absence of fear, but the decision that something else matters more. This is the mindset of the successful. This is the inner world of the uncommon man or woman. They don't wait to be handed an opportunity. They become the opportunity. They don't wait for life to get easier. They grow stronger. And they don't ask, "Who's going to let me?" They ask, "Who's going to stop me?" So I ask you now, wherever you are, whatever you've been through, will you choose to take responsibility for your life, your thoughts, your goals, your decisions, your direction? Because in that moment, in that simple, quiet decision, you reclaim every ounce of power you thought you lost. And from there, everything becomes possible. So, what have we uncovered? A truth that has echoed through time, from the minds of ancient philosophers to modern thinkers, from those who struggled to those who soared. You become what you think about, not sometimes, not occasionally, always. If you think strength, you will find strength. If you think fear, fear will grow roots in your life. If you think progress, progress will meet you halfway. When you master your mindset, you change the lens through which you view every moment. When you define a clear goal, you give your life direction, clarity, and force. And when you take full responsibility for your thoughts, your actions, and your outcomes, not because everything is your fault, but because everything is within your influence, you become unstoppable. This isn't wishful thinking. It's not hype. It's a law of life. You are not here by accident. You are here because a part of you knows it's time. Time to stop waiting. Time to start thinking with purpose. Time to set the goal, take the step, and rise into the life you were meant to lead. So as you walk away from this message, don't just feel inspired. Act with intention. Write your goals, guard your thoughts, move forward boldly, and above all, never forget the principle that changes everything. You become what you think about.